Hello everyone, my name is Zach Deloach. I am the Safety and Compliance Manager for Pac-Van. Today we will be discussing respiratory protection. The purpose of this training program is to inform employees of the hazards that airborne particles and chemicals can pose, to ensure the safe use, handling, and cleaning of respiratory protection devices, and to comply with the OSHA Respiratory Protection Standard. This program applies to all who perform duties that require respiratory protection and all devices. I am responsible for creating and maintaining this program. Branch and fleet managers are responsible for providing you with a copy of this training, as well as monitoring the use and condition of respiratory protection devices. Employees are responsible for wearing respiratory protection when required, as well as cleaning and maintaining their respiratory equipment regularly. Pac-Van employees are forbidden from working in atmospheres that would be immediately dangerous to their lives or health. When selecting a respirator for all other situations, we must consider the hazards posed. In addition, consider how long employees will be exposed to these hazards, as well as other environmental factors such as extreme heat or cold. All respirators must be certified by the National Institute of Occupational Safety and Health. When selecting a respirator, employees should be given multiple options to choose from in order to ensure the correct size, fit, and level of comfort. Listed here are a few of the duties that Pac-Van employees perform that require some form of respiratory protection. For any unique situations not listed here, contact the safety department. The mask shown here is commonly referred to as a nuisance mask or a dust mask. This is determined by the presence of a single strap and the lack of an additional filter. Employees who only use this type of mask are not required to go through the medical evaluation process. Employees who will use any respirator above this level must be medically evaluated and fit tested prior to use. The first step is to contact the safety department. A link will be provided for completion of a medical questionnaire through a third-party vendor. Once approved by the vendor, the branch must arrange for an in-person fit testing with the local medical facility. Employees must be trained on the proper use of their respiratory protection devices. Ensure that the employee understands and can follow all manufacturer guidelines and instructions for use. In addition, ensure that facial hair, glasses, and PPE do not obstruct the facial seal of the respirator. Breaking the seal makes the respirator ineffective. Employees must maintain the condition and cleanliness of their respirator. Finally, reevaluate how effective the respiratory protection program is whenever site or employee factors change. Employees should clean and disinfect their respirators as often as necessary to ensure they remain clean. When storing respirators, they should be cleaned and protected from extreme conditions. Manufacturers will provide specific storage instructions for different types of respirators. Equipment should be inspected prior to each use, as well as after any event that may have damaged the respirator. Once a defective unit has been discovered, it must be immediately removed from service. Repairs may only be conducted by manufacturer-trained personnel. There is some training that must be performed locally by branch management in coordination with the safety department. This includes respiratory hazards specific to each location, device-specific training, and hands-on inspection procedures. Individual medical concerns should be addressed with the branch or fleet manager as well as the safety department. If shortness of breath or discomfort occurs, discontinue use immediately and seek medical attention. The bottom line is that employees should always wear respiratory protection when necessary. If protection beyond a simple nuisance or dust mask is required, a complete medical clearance must be completed prior to work. Employees will be retrained whenever a lack of knowledge is shown, changes occur in the workplace, or the type of respirator used changes. As always, this program is not intended to be all-inclusive. Employees should read the Pac-Van Respiratory Protection Safety Program in its entirety before submitting their training acknowledgement forms. Please direct any questions or comments concerning this training to your branch or fleet manager or myself at the contact information shown here. Thank you for your time and stay safe.